Hi, I'm Jack Canfield, and welcome to another segment of Talking About Success. I'm here with children's book author Lou Silluzio. I love children's books. One of my favorite experiences ever was speaking at the American Society of Children's Books Authors and Illustrators, because they're all such wonderful people living in these wonderful worlds of uplifting kids. So here you are. You didn't start out as a children's book author. What led you to write children's books?
About 4.5 years ago, we went to a conference in Hong Kong, and one of my granddaughters, who was only 3 at the time, we went shopping, also with her little sister, who was only 8 months old, in a pram, and she had this continuous habit of running away. She ran up this escalator, fell over backwards, and I was concerned that she was going to get her hair caught at the top of the escalator. So basically I had to leave the youngest sister to chase after her and save her from getting hurt. And basically from then, I just felt that there could be a lesson to be learnt from children running away, and so subsequently my children's series book started because of that.
So was your first book about someone running away being on an elevator? I mean, what did you write about for the first book?
That was the first book.
Mm-hmm. And what was the purpose of writing that book? Why did you write that book?
Well, basically because her parents and even my wife just couldn't get through to her that you shouldn't run away. So I said to her that by running away, A, she could have got hurt, and B, someone could have stolen her younger sister. So from then on, she realised that it was a naughty thing to do, and she said, I'll never run away, Nonna, I'll never run away again. So from then on, before she went on an escalator or we went anywhere, she always said, Nonna, can I hold your hand?
Uh-huh. And that got accomplished by you reading her this book or writing this book and helping her understand these principles?
That got accomplished simply because of my experience, having had 3 children and having adopted the same principle.
Oh, very good. Okay. Now, you've written a series of books.
Correct.
And what's different about these books? I mean, the series has a theme to it, right?
Yes, it does, yes.
Talk about that.
Well, the books have a powerful message to parents, grandparents, and carers. There's a safety message in each one. For instance, the story about Milana we've discussed, young Felix, of course, tormented his dog, and he was bitten in the face by his little dog. And I know that there's a lot of people out there who get very anxious with animals, and there's a lesson in that. One of the other books talks about my niece who had a fear of dogs. And once again, there's a lesson to be learned just by reading my book, that parents can take something seriously from it if they've got children perhaps that are scared and have got this fear of animals.
A lot of kids have those kind of fears.
They do, yes.
So are all your books based on real experiences and real kids?
Yes, they are, pretty much. Most of the stories, especially about my grandchildren, are certainly based on real experiences.
That's way cool. That's way cool. And you're going to do a lot more of these books, I understand.
Well, there's 9 books in total.
Yeah.
There's only one that's not about my grandchildren. It's actually about my little schnauzer, a little dog that we had that unfortunately died last year. And the message in that book is about health and about eating correctly. And it's in rhyme. It's just a beautiful book. All the books are just beautifully illustrated. And I've read them out to my grandchildren. I've read them out to children in classrooms. And I know that they get an enormous amount of pleasure when I've read these books.
Well, I got to see some of them on your iPad today. I know they're being published in a week or two. And by the time you see this, these books will be at Amazon.com, I'm sure. And you're doing a great job, I think. I think, the thing, when we're parents, the thing we care most about is the safety of our children. We want them to survive. That's the number one job we have, to make sure they don't die or get hurt. And we freak out. I mean, I've literally been in a mall and all of a sudden you turn around and where's your kid?
They're gone.
They've gone over to see a dog, or they've gone over to see Santa Claus, and you weren't paying attention, freaks you out. I've never seen parents more scared when they lose track of their kid.
It is scary.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're a parent and you're worried about these kinds of issues, which if you're a parent, you obviously are, these are great books that you can use to help teach lessons to your children and your grandchildren, and also to yourself, in a sense of how to deal with this and cope with these things. So a lot of times we don't know what to say to get that transition, but these books help do that. I love it.
Yeah, well, there's just a wonderful message in each of the books, and they're such easy books to read. And as I said, they're beautifully illustrated, and I think that people are really going to enjoy them.
Give us the title of the first one. So if someone wants to go to Amazon, the 2 books that are going to be there are
Yes.
called
The first one is called Milana and the Escalator.
Milana and the Escalator.
The second one is a ripper. It's called Max, the little boy who didn't believe in Father Christmas. And I'm sure that parents have all had children where at some stage they think that Father Christmas is the parents, of course. And I won't tell you too much about that, but it's a beautiful story. It's a humorous story.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great. Okay, very good. So I'm a new grandfather. I have a grandson. He'll be 2 this year.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
I love it. I love it. Little Ozzy. And Ozzy, you're an Aussie, but he's Ozzy, O-Z-Z-I-E or A-U-S-S-I-E. But anyway, I will definitely be getting all these books for my grandson. I really appreciate the fact that you're out there making these books available, because the hardest thing for me is to find books that really have messages that I want to impart to my grandson. So thank you very much for doing that. Thank you for joining me
Absolute
today, Lou.
pleasure. Thank you.
So make sure you go to Amazon.com. I want you to say the titles one more time so people know what to look for.
Milana and the Escalator.
Milano and the Escalator.
Max, the boy who didn't believe in Father Christmas or Santa Claus.
Yep.
And Camilla, who had a fear of dogs. Felix and Jedi. I think we might have to.
Well, here's the
stop
cool
here.
thing. If you go to Amazon and they find the first one, and I think Max, the little kid, little boy who didn't believe in Father Christmas, probably the easiest one to remember. The nice thing about Amazon is all the other books by the author come later. So all you have to need is remember one. Or if you forget, come back and watch the video again. All right. Take care, my friend. I appreciate you joining us
Thank
today.
you.
And stick with us. We'll be right back after this message.